How's it going, everyone? My name is Michael SK, and welcome back to Steins Gate. Not Linear Bounded Phenogram, this one's the other one. My Darling's Embrace, there we go. That's what this is. I almost said Chaos Child, I almost said Linear Bounded Phenogram, all as I was trying to open up a can of Beppis, so definitely off to a fantastic start. Alright, now that I'm hydrated somewhat, probably not, but now that I'm ready to go, gearing to go with my carbonated drink here, which is not Dr. Pepper, it really should be. It really should be. We can jump back into Steins Gate. In the last episode, we had band practice. Yes, band practice. I don't really know how else other to describe what happened in the last episode, except for band practice. We jumped world lines to get out of the Kirisu route. We had already done that. And now I think from how things looked in the previous episode, I want to say that this may be the Moeka route, and I'm very unsure of how to feel about that. I'm very unsure. Also, just letting you guys know, because I don't know if this is going to work out, I adjusted all of the voices. Basically, I lowered everybody's voices except for Mayuri's and Moeka's to half. And then I adjusted the overall voice volume up, not all the way to max, but pretty close. So we're going to play around with volumes in this episode, so apologies in advance for all of that. Even after all of that, it's not like we'd suddenly become awesome. Today ends up being a total wash, and everyone heads off to practice on their own. But still, a video contest, a band, acquiring funds for the lab is important and all, but Moeka's the lead vocalist? Will we really be able to win? I know I apparently started all of this, but even I'm not so sure we can pull it off. We're not going to be able to pull it off. I hate to say it, but it ain't happening. The next day, I'm walking on the Akiba Bridge connecting UPX and Daibiru. In my hand is the bass practice book that I just bought. The great Hyoouin Kyoma can't afford to look like a fool. Damn it, Christina, I'll show you a thing or two. By the way, this practice book only cost 105 yen at a used bookstore. It's pretty old, but I have little choice in the matter. All I need to do now is return to the lab and start practicing. I got an email. It's from Shining Finger. Moeka, what does she need? In the middle of shopping, me too. What a coincidence. What the hell? How did she know I was shopping? Just in case, I look behind me. And just as I expected, Moeka's standing right there. Can we get some speaking in here so I can see if I adjusted things correctly? It's really hot today.
Oi, Shining Finger よ。いい加減にこうやってどうでもいい会話までメールで送ってくるのはやめろ。
Moeka gives me a confused look, as if she wasn't expecting me to say that, not that I can actually tell what's running through her mind. Her expression had barely changed. I think I saw her tilt her head though.
昨日も言ったが、歌うためにはまず声を出さねばならないのだ。それは分かっているな。
I think Okabe's volume is perfect, and if his is fine, then everybody else's should be okay, except I don't know about Mayuri, and I don't know about Moeka. Moeka remains silent and nods.
それなのに、こんな些細なことまでメールで送ってどうする?
But
でもこれ口で言え口で。
でも
I don't think I'm ever gonna actually tell, like, if we got Moeka's volume correct, because she's just always quiet. I'm really not good at talking to people. I didn't think she'd actually say it.
お前、ふざけてるんじゃあるまいな。
Sorry, I was slurping up some soda. Moeka starts shaking her head from side to side.
視圧しよう。お前はなぜそこまで喋らなくなったのだ？お前も好き好んでそうなったわけではあるまい。理由は何だ？なぜそうなった？
Moeka's expression had hardly changed up until now, but I can see a clear frown forming on her lips. Maybe she doesn't want to talk about it. But the reality is that Moeka is going to struggle with this going forward. We might be able to help her out.
言いたくないのかもしれないが、できれば教えてくれ。でないと、バンドの件だって、挑戦する前から失敗に終わってしまう可能性がある。
Moeka remains silent. She stands still for some time without even sending an email. She's back to looking expressionless, making it difficult to tell what she's thinking. Then after waiting 3 minutes,
昔
Moeka finally opens her mouth. I lean over to hear her quiet voice.
昔何もかも嫌になって生きてる意味がわからなくなって
Ah,
死のうって思った時天王寺のおじさんが親身になって助けてくれて
this is all much heavier than I anticipated. If nothing else, it looks like she's living a fairly normal life now, and judging by the tone of her emails, she's actually a pretty bright person at heart. Which means it might be possible to fix this shyness problem she has.
今からラボに戻るぞ。お前を一人前の歌姫に育て上げるため、これからどうすればいいか、皆に意見を聞くことにする。
This is exactly the sort of situation that calls for a good old-fashioned brainstorm. I'm totally down with helping her out, but maybe we should practice, our instrumental skills. I need to talk to you guys about Shining Finger. If you're available, please come to the lab. Is this our first ever, group message? I send emails to the other lab mems. Since today's a Sunday, everybody should be able to make it.
よし、では行くぞ。
ちょっと
I take Moeka by the hand and head toward the lab.
とまあ、他にも会話が苦手だっていう事象の原因はいろいろと考えられるわ。
After waiting for everyone to gather at the lab, I explain the situation. Kirisu is the first one to start voicing her thoughts. I'd expect no less from a neuroscience specialist, but neurons, synapses, hippocampus, what the fuck, serotonin, what the fuck? I have no idea what the hell she's talking about. I don't even know 2 of those things, or how to properly pronounce them.
結局、早い話がどういうことなのだ？
要するに、脳の機能から考えると、会話が苦手な原因がどこにあるかというのは一概には言えないってことよ。
なんだそれは。そんなくだらん結論を言うために無駄な話を長々と続けていたのかお前は。
そんな結論って説明しなきゃわかんないでしょうが。
説明しても対処法さえわからんのなら説明したところで意味がないではないか。
誰も対処法がわからないとは言ってない。
ではどうすればいいというのだ。
桐生さんの症状から見ると原因は脳というよりも心の中に原因がありそうに思える。だから催眠療法でその原因を取り除いてあげるのがいいと思う。
なんだそれは。長々と説明して結局オカルト的手法に頼るというのか。
Hell yeah.
催眠療法は別にオカルトじゃない。れっきとした科学の一部よ。現にアメリカでは医療や精神医学の分野でも積極的に取り入れられて研究だって盛んに行われている。
いいだろう。では100歩譲って催眠療法が科学的であるとする。その催眠療法を誰がやってくれるというのだ。
アメリカに行けば私の知り合いの先生を紹介できるけど。
Oh yeah, I wonder who that is.
そんな時間も金もあるわけないだろ。これだからセレセブは。
セレセブ言うな。大体何よその言い草は。あんたが桐生さんに楽しく会話をさせちゃおう計画を発動するから考えてくれって言うから、一生懸命考えてあげたんじゃないの。
考えてくれとは言ったが、あくまでも現実的な範囲での話だ。それから今回の計画はそんなかっこ悪い名前ではない。ちゃんとオペレーションローレイという名がついているのだ。
Huh.
何よ。だったら最初からあんた一人で考えればいいじゃない。
それができんから皆の意見を聞いているのではないか。
だったらもう少し意見を聞くっていう態度を示しなさいよ。
まあまあ、二人ともそう興奮しないにゃ。
Kirisu and I start our usual bickering, but Ferris steps in to stop us.
ここはこのフェイリスに任せてほしいにゃ。
なるほど。フェイリスさんならコミュニケーションのプロみたいなもんだもんね。
He's not wrong. Ferris could indeed come up with a good idea or two. Considering how many customers she converses with every day at May Queen Yan Yan, I'd expect nothing less.
そうだにゃ。やっぱりあれだにゃ。喋るときには別の設定を自分の中に作ればいいのにゃ。別の設定？そうにゃ。例えばモエニャンは実は異世界から来たお姫様で、この世界にはモエニャンを探し出して亡き者にしようとする奴らが追っかけてきてるから、そのことを知られてはならないのにゃ。
I don't like it.
だけど喋ってると時々つい癖でお姫様口調が出ちゃう。そんな設定を自分の中に作ってみるにゃ。そうすると自分の中に自分とは違う別の自分ができて喋りやすくなると思うにゃ。お姫様、私が難しく考える必要はないにゃ。早速やってみるにゃ。さあ頑張るにゃ。さあ
I'm so glad that we're making progress here. So the only thing that I feel like we need to adjust, and only very slightly, is the music volume just a little lower. Not too much, obviously. And I think we're good moving forward.
やめだやめ。
なんでな。これからってところにゃのに。
これからも何もない。そもそも喋るのが苦手と言っているやつに設定を作って喋れと言ってもできるわけがないだろうが。
そうかにゃ。
Yeah, I think Ferris was kind of pushing her like whole thing onto her. Besides, stuff like alien worlds and alternate identities, Ferris and myself aside, I doubt most people would have an easy time talking about that kind of thing.
他に何かいい方法を思いつくやつはいないか？ルカ子、お前はどうだ？
僕ですか？
そうだ。お前も引っ込み思案だからな。何か共感する部分があったりもするだろう。その分、何かいい方法を思いつくのではないか？
僕は確かに桐生さんの気持ちはわかります。やっぱり思ってることや気持ちを伝えるのってすごく勇気のいることだし。
I noticed that Lukako is staring right at me and not Moeka.
なんだルカ子。お前、俺に何か言いたいことでもあるのか？
いえ、言いたいことというか。
なんだ、思っていることがあるならはっきり言うがいい。
思ってることだなんて、そんな急に言われても僕、こんなたくさん見てる前でなんてとてもじゃないけど言えないです。
Oh, my bad, sorry. His face turns bright red and he goes quiet. What's his deal? I look away from the now fidgeting Lukako, surveying the faces of the other lab mems. Doesn't anybody have a good idea? I lock eyes with Mayuri, who's sitting with a spaced out look on her face. I'm guessing that Kirisu's lecture must have been so difficult that her brain's all scrambled up.
念のために聞くが、マユリは何か考えはあるか？
I'm not expecting much.
マユシーはもっとゆっくり焦らずに落ち着いて喋ればいいと思います。
ゆっくり。
そう、こんな感じでジューシー唐揚げナンバーワンはとっても美味しいよ。
ジューシー唐揚げナンバーワンはとっても美味しいよ。
Yes, exactly like that. You got it totally down with the expressions and the optimism and everything. It was solid.
でもオカリンが電子レンジを電話レンジちゃんにしちゃったから食べられなくて悲しいのです。
でも岡部くんが電子レンジを電話レンジちゃんにしちゃったから食べられなくて悲しいのです。
やめだやめだ！地球の回転が遅くなったのかと思ってしまうではないか！だるよ、お前は何か考えはないか？
ようやく僕にお声がかかったとか遅すぎっしょ。
Well, we had to go around.
ということはかなりの明暗があると考えていいのか？
あたぼうよ。
では聞くが、その明暗とは？
エロゲのセリフを声を出してよ。
God damn it.
却下だ！
早っ！てかまだ全部言ってねえし。
聞かずとも判断がつくようなことを言うのが悪いのだ。
No good. Even Daru's useless. Then the only one left is...
最後、バイト選手は何かないか？
そうだね。でも橋田至の意見じゃないけど何かを読むってのは悪くないんじゃないかな。自分の言葉で言うのは苦手でも朗読とかやったら自然と声が出てくるものなんじゃない？
Honestly, that's probably what helped me out, because not that I was shy, but like when it came to public speaking, I was never really good at it. I don't really know what area of public speaking I was bad at, but I just couldn't really do it very well. Maybe I stumbled over my words or something like that, or got really nervous. But I think, you know, over the years of all this recording and talking out loud, it's kind of helped me out. I definitely still ramble and stumble over my words, but public speaking has become a lot easier for me, and just speaking in general.
朗読か。問題は何を読ませるかだな。こういう時のお約束は名作と呼ばれる文学作品だろうが。
それならマユシーにいい考えがあるよ。
漫画とかは却下だぞ。それは朗読の範囲に入らん。
I mean, there's some really good manga out
漫
there.
画じゃないよ。マユシーがいいって言ったのは携帯小説なのです。
携帯小説だと？それはっていうかみたいなとかいうあれか。
そういうのもあるかもしれないけど、おすすめの携帯小説があるのです。
ねえ、それってもしかして私の虹じゃない？
あれ、クリスチャンも読んでるんだ。それならフェイリスも読んでるにゃ。
僕も読んでます。
私の虹か。 それはそんなに有名なのか？
あれ、オカリン知らないん？現役女子高生が書いてるらしいってちょっと前から結構な噂になってるよ。ちょっと自堕落で大敗的な感じが今の女子高生の一面をよく表してるって評判で、携帯小説の中でもダントツ人気があるとか。
随分と詳しいな、ダル。まさかお前も読んでいるのか？
I wonder if this is all a reference to
もち
something.
ろんそういうのはチャットなんかでも話題になるし、チェックしておかなきゃなのだぜ。
なんだ、みんな読んでいるのか？ということはバイト戦士もか？
ああ、私は最近の流行りとかに疎くって。
念のために聞いておくが、始圧師は読んでいるのか？
一応。
しかしそれならば話が早い。その私の虹とやらを音読してみるというのはどうだ？
それはいや。
Damn. So much for that. Huh? That was unexpected. It's unusual for Moeka to be so upfront about her intentions.
なぜだ？せっかく皆が出してくれたアイデアなのだ。悪くないとは思わんか
Oh, sorry, I was yawning. Moeka goes completely silent. Is she that against it?
そっか。でも嫌なものを無理にさせるわけにもいかないよね。
True that.
そうね。
We've hit a wall. Then Ferris looks at the clock and raises a surprised voice.
もうこんな時間だにゃ。フェリスはメイクインに行かなきゃいけないんだにゃ。あ、私もお店に戻らないと店長に怒られる。
Well, so much for this meeting. Shizuha and Ferris stand up at the same time.
じゃあしょうがないけど、桐生さんに楽しく会話をさせちゃおう計画はまた次回に持ち越しってことにしましょうか。
I don't know what was going on with the text there. I don't know why, but it's like recently the science adventure games, I guess I'll call them, have kind of been lagging. Like this one especially, it seems, but I did get a little bit of lag here and there in Chaos Child. That's like, it doesn't take a lot to run these at all. They're visual novels, but they stutter here and there, which really concerns me at times.
だからオペレーションローレレイだと言っているだろうに。
And so the first strategy meeting for Operation Lorelei came to an abrupt end. Still, why is Moeka so opposed to reading that cell phone novel? With the meeting over, Suzuha and Ferris leave in a hurry. Daru follows after the cat girl, heading to Queen Yanyan to satisfy his worldly desires. Of course he does. I guess it would be surprising if he didn't do that. Mayuri sets up camp, on the table, and Lukako helps her with her Japanese language homework. Kirisu sits in front of the PC with a serious look on her face, reading essays emailed to her from America. Needless to say, they're all in English. I hate to admit it, but I have no idea what they're about. Only Moeka and I have free time. I start skimming through the practice book that I had bought earlier. My cell phone's email chime goes off. Wow, I really wonder who it is. The lab needs cash, right? I happen to know a good part-time job that pays really well. Want to give it a shot?
いいバイト？
Honestly, it might be better than trying to start a band. I'm gonna be completely honest. Moeka nods back in silence.
それはまさか何かの販売員にでもなれというのではないだろうな。だったらお断りだ。俺は販売員にはならんし、さらに知人に勧めて販売員を増やすようなこともしない。
I like pyramid schemes. It's nothing like that. I'm currently working on a magazine that covers the occult. The problem is that we're short on articles and don't have many folks available to help out. The occult, an article?
言っておくが、俺は記事など書けないぞ。
Uh-huh. Oh.
投稿者？なんだそれは。
Sorry, I didn't know it was going to go automatic on us. I'll write the article, so don't worry about a thing. You can just be the reader contributor who experienced a summer of horror. Ah. You've seen them before, right? Reader contributed articles with photos attached to them. You know, supposedly true ghost sightings and the like. Basically, I want you... there we go. I want you to go to some haunted spots with me and snap some photos. I'll handle the writing. Low-key, kinda down with that. Moeka wants me to take photos of stuff and she'd write the articles.
つまり、やらせに協力しろということか。
I mean, all ghost stories are technically fake. Don't stare at me like that. Horror rags come in two flavors, okay? Those that aim for realistic terror and those that are cleverly fake but still enjoyable. Like a haunted house of sorts. This magazine is like the latter. Most of the readers totally get that. Is that really it? If that's all there is to it, I guess I wouldn't mind helping. That said, the bit about haunted spas has me a little concerned. Where is she planning on taking me? After giving it some thought, I conclude that her answer to my next question will be the deciding factor. Come on game, there you go. Moeka quietly points her index finger up.
まさか、ゼロ3つではないだろうな。
She shakes her head horizontally.
いいだろう、乗った。
There's no way I can say no to that kind of cash. The lab is in dire need of funding.
それでは詳しい話を聞かせてもらおうか。
And that's how I ended up agreeing to help Moeka with her work. By the way, I don't believe in ghosts or the supernatural. The occult is just that, the occult. There's no need to fear things that have no basis in science. Ha 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 ha. I'm definitely not scared. Yeah, 100% Okabe. Definitely not. 4 days later, it's finally time for me to help Moeka with her work. We even have mail. From Mayuri. Mayushi saw your dad today. He wants to know when you'll be coming home. Cursed father, how long does he plan on treating me like a child? That was our only option there, so I guess we'll roll with that. Alright. Our meeting place is in front of Akihabara Station. Even at night, the air temperature is high, and I'm getting damp with sweat just standing here. The asphalt and concrete walls have absorbed all the heat from the sun, meaning I'm basically being cooked. After roasting in place for a while, I spot Moeka approaching from down the road.
しやつし、こっちだ。
お待たせ。じゃあ、行きましょう。
え？他のスタッフは？取材に行くんだろ？
私たちだけ。
カメラマンとかいないのか？
There's not enough voice actors for that, man. Moeka takes a small digital camera out from her purse. It's the mirrorless SLR, trending among women lately.
撮影も俺たちで？
そう。予算のない雑誌だし、素人の投稿写真だから、うまいとダメ。
なるほどな。あ？そっちの袋は？
Moeka is carrying not just her purse, but a large paper bag.
撮影道具。
Are we gonna fake some stuff here? Tools? Just the camera should be more than enough, right? Or does she intend to set up lighting and all that stuff?
で、どこへ行くんだ？
そこ。
そこ？ってラジカン？
Oh, of course. Moeka is pointing directly at the Radicon building. But there's something odd about it. It's different from how it normally looks. There's a sign on the building's entrance that says entry forbidden. It's completely sealed off. There's also no big fat fucking satellite that's lodged in it. According to Daru, 50 years after its construction, Radicon had started to deteriorate, Additionally, since it didn't meet current earthquake resistance standards, the management decided that it needed to be rebuilt. As Akiba's lights illuminate the city, Radicon stands out as a dark void in the night.
ラジコンに心霊スポットなんてあるのか？
Are we not going to point out that the time machine isn't up there? Is the Radicon, the radio building, right? That's like, it should be there, right? So Radicon is technically closed, meaning nobody should be here, right? But I heard that at night you can hear a mysterious lady's voice in the building. There have also been tales of people seeing strange shadows too.
ほう、そんな噂があるんだな。知らなかった。
Maybe it's just not lodged into the building, but it's just sitting up top. It could technically be that. And if that's the case, then Suzuha would have reason to, walk around in there.
じゃあ中へ。
She could be the ghost.
中へって勝手に入っていいのか？撮影許可は？
心霊特集だと許可下りない。
何？ってことはまさかお前？
忍び込む。
Haha, yes, trespassing.
本気か？
I'm taken aback as I look at Moeka's expressionless face. Hell yeah, trespassing. And we're not going to care about a single repercussion. And we're also going to save the game because we're out of time for this episode. All right, well, I think I actually fixed the volumes. I think everything sounds pretty better. I mean, not everybody's going to be talking at a consistent volume. I don't even talk at a consistent volume. I think I jump around from when I record, I see it jump from -20 to sometimes all the way to 0. So that's why I use a compressor when I actually edit my audio. But after all my audio edits, it's -15 to sometimes a little over -5. So I definitely jump around. And with these voices, I can see -20 to -10. So I think we're good. And this is all in decibels. If these numbers don't mean, they don't mean much, really. They shouldn't mean much. And if they don't make a lick of sense, don't worry. Like I said, it's all good. The volumes are a-okay, at least in my opinion. But if something sounds a little off, definitely let me know in a comment. And I'll try to get it fixed for the next episode. And we're going to be staking out here in the radio building. I think that'll be fun. I think this will be a good time. So tune in for the next episode. Thank you all for watching this one. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, all that fancy shit. And I'll see you guys then. Take it easy.